Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live stream of tonight's big NPSL matchup between the Med City FC Mayhem and Duluth FC. Both teams come in with identical records, but Duluth beat Med City on Wednesday night by a score of 2-1. So Med City in a position tonight where they could really use a victory to help their playoff chances. With 5 NPSL games left on the schedule here for Med City FC, including a season finale at home against Minneapolis City, the #1 team in the country. Tonight might very well be a must-win matchup. Beautiful night here in Rochester. The crowd is streaming in here as we speak. It's about 80 degrees here, and we will get things underway in about 5 minutes here. So we appreciate you tuning in. We're about 5 minutes away from live action. You're watching Med City FC Mayhem.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Rochester Regional Stadium, home of your Med City FC Mayhem. We are pleased to have you all here tonight as we welcome Duluth FC to Rochester. We'd like to thank Toyota for being a proud sponsor of Med City FC again this season. Whether it is beautiful style, advanced technology, or superior safety features, Toyota has a vehicle that is right for you. Visit Toyota.com or stop by Rochester Toyota to see the super impressive Toyota lineup. Toyota, let's go places. let's welcome our teams onto the field. We hope all in attendance thoroughly enjoy tonight's game and being back to watching live sports once again. Tonight's game and all our games this season are presented by Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine, the official performance and athletic training provider for Med City FC, and by Rochester Toyota. Let's go places. Now let's meet our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visitors, Duluth FC. Number 3, Jake Starling. Number 4, Liam Condone. Number 6, Jacob Daffern. Number 9, Sydney Warden. Number 14, James Westfield. Number 15, Eric Watson. Number 18, Caleb Tammy. Number 19, Dylan Sumner. Number 24, Martin Griswold. Number 26, Scott Wilson. And their keeper, number 1, Brendan Dolly. And now, let's meet the starters for your Med City FC Mayhem. Number 3, a defender, Alvaro Capra. Number 4, a defender, Ayrton Redmore. Midfielder number 6, Jack Hilton Jones. At attacker number 7, Mazid Arrow Lambo. At midfielder number 9, Lucas Hart. Midfielder number 14, Till Trippner. Midfielder number 15, Alejandro Radia. Midfielder number 16, Toby Millward. Midfielder number 17, Josh Balsiger. Attacker number 27, Tyler Oliver. And the keeper tonight for Med City is number 1, AJ Jarvis. Med City FC's head coach is Neil Cassidy. Assistant coaches are Corbin Bowers, Fabian Bessereau, and Tim Jennings. The officials for tonight's game are Tyler Dawson, Stephen Shidla, Zachariah Ali, and Ryan Farrell. And now we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And a special thanks to our ball kids tonight. We'd like to recognize our team escorts from the Minnesota Rush U12 boys team. We are giving all area youth clubs the chance to have players and teams participate as field escorts and ball kids this season. For more info, contact Med City FC. And now, let's play soccer.
Well, good evening and welcome back to the Rochester Regional Stadium. We were just about ready to get underway, and now we are underway here in this rivalry matchup between Med City and Duluth. I'm Nick Johnson joining you for the action here tonight. Med City coming into this match with a record of 5-2 on the season, but that second loss coming on Wednesday night at Duluth by a final score of 2-1. So Med City looking to avenge that loss here this evening as Duluth has first chance at it. Dribble that one in, went out of bounds, and they're going to call it a corner kick for Duluth. So a very quick opportunity here for the Blue-Greens. Couldn't remember which color was first there for a second. As that one gets sent in, a lot of traffic out front, and it got through everybody. And it's kept in by Duluth. Sending it towards the middle. Alvaro Capra there to clear it up the sideline, or at least get it out of the middle for the time being. But Duluth will have possession. And a throw in from right into the sun on the far side of the field. That cross goes over the heads of everybody, and now Med City with a chance to get it down to the other end of the field for the first time this evening. So we're a minute and a half away here as Lucas Hart gets taken down. And so Med City will work from midfield here.
Mayo Clinic sports medicine experts help athletes to optimize performance, minimize risk, and recover from injuries. Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical and performance provider for Med City FC. Meet your goals by visiting sportsmedicine.mayoclinic.org.
So Duluth heads that one out of bounds. 2.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Med City yet to really work on the Duluth end of the field just yet. That one was out of bounds, and so Duluth gets it back here. So it's been really dry here in Rochester for the last few weeks, which is nice that we're on an artificial surface here this evening. You can see the grass behind these players is all sorts of different shades of brown. So it's been warm. These guys should be used to practicing in heat much more intense than what we've got this evening. I read 82 degrees on my phone thermometer, which is always, spot on. As Med City tries to go to work here on the near side. Flex around Capra, dribbling towards the middle. Backs it out to Toby Millward. Millward to Ballsiger, who sends it in. Arrow Lambo tries to chase it down too far. And out of bounds, Duluth possession.
Tonight, we want to make special mention of Med City FC goal falls and suffered a concussion, split lip, and several facial fractures. Gall will be undergoing surgery on Monday morning to fix his facial fractures, and Med City FC has set up a GoFundMe campaign to help raise funds to pay for the surgery. If you're able, we'd ask you to consider making a donation to Gall's surgery. Find more info and a link to the GoFundMe page on the Med City FC Instagram and Facebook pages.
So during that announcement, a foul was called on Duluth outside the box, or on Med City rather. So Duluth will have a free kick from just outside the box here. Goalkeeper A.J. Jarvis did make a nice play there, regardless of the whistle. It'll be Jacob Daffern. Well, Daffern's lining it up, and so too is, I believe that's Caleb Tammy. But it will be Daffern sending it in, and Jarvis makes the save. A lot of bend on that one. Jarvis, you see, wearing the baseball cap to help keep that sun out of his face. And Med City did win the toss and got to choose which way to go to start this match, as we are about 6 minutes gone. And now Med City trying to get it up ahead, and played nicely by Brennan Dolly. Kicking that one high and far. Ballsiger sends it back towards midfield, but out of bounds.
Gear up and defend the North. Med City FC merchandise is available here at the game tonight. Show your true colors by picking up a t-shirt, scarf, decal, and more, or visit our website at medcityfc.com and order online.
So Med City trying to get some momentum here in the early going. Duluth has had a couple opportunities already early in this match. And like I said, not necessarily a must-win for Med City's playoff hopes, but things definitely look a whole lot easier if they're able to come away with a victory here tonight. This is a top-heavy league with Minneapolis City #1 in the country. And so the race for second is kind of how this is shaking out. Really boils down to these two teams. Duluth got the first one Wednesday night, and wouldn't you know it, they're paired off again here 3 days later. Always seems like as the season wears on, it's these two teams in the mix, as that shot goes wide left for Sidney Warden. You can see Duluth being very aggressive here in the early going. I think they're trying to put some doubt here on the Med City faithful. In front of a good crowd here tonight. Again, great weather this evening, and the fans have come out in droves here this evening. I think this is our best crowd of the season, at least to this point.
Rochester Athletic Club is a proud partner of Med City FC. The Rochester Athletic Club is more than a health club. The club is a space to work out, spend time with family and friends, refine your skills, and relax in our spa-like facilities. Be fit, be family, be well. For more info, call 507-287-9300.
So a foul on Duluth gives Med City the ball here. About 8.5 minutes gone here in the first half. And they'll send it backwards at least for now to get things set up. Ayrton Redmore with it on the far side. Redmore to Jack Hilton-Jones, and now far ahead, but too far. Mazid Arolambo was about the only one in the area there for Med City. And that's going to slowly roll out of bounds. For a second there, it looked like it may stop, but it'll be a goal kick here for Duluth.
MetroNet is simply a better internet provider. With no data caps, no long-term contracts, and award-winning internet speed, MetroNet is your only fiber internet provider in town. Check us out online and discover how we can improve your internet, TV, and phone services today.
So we hit the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Still no score. A couple opportunities so far for Duluth. And Med City has yet to set up a real efficient attack to this point. And we can hear Neil Cassidy telling him about it from up here. To be fair, not a lot of English accents in the crowd, so when he's yelling, you know, you can pretty much assume it's Coach Cassidy. Lucas Hart over on the sideline. Nice little excuse me there with Liam Condone. And now Capper throws it in. And Millward slides that one underneath. So Duluth with it still, working it forward to James Westfield. Now kicks it back, trying to cross. Into the corner goes Liam Condone. Condone with it again and with some space to work with. Fakes like he's going to send it in, now does. And it's cleared away momentarily here by Med City. And Tyler Oliver heads it back. And Hart loses control of it. Med City has just been unable to get their attack set up here in the early going, and so far Duluth hasn't made them pay for it, but you wonder how long that's going to last. Nice give and go there with Westfield and Condone, and then out of bounds, last touch by Med City. So a throw in for Duluth. They wanted to work quickly, but there was an extra ball in the field. Our ball kids will take care of it. As Condone throws it into the corner to nobody.
Grey Duck Theater and Coffee House is a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Be sure to come out to Grey Duck for Watch Party Wednesdays. Our last one is July 7th, and catch the mayhem on their away game that evening on the big screen. If you're feeling hungry, pizza and water are for sale down by the merchandise tent. Help yourself.
Lucas Hart with it near midfield. Gets it over to Toby Millward. And now some space for Balsiger. Just walks his way in, tries to center it. Just too many defenders there for Duluth. And now Jack Hilton-Jones trying to keep it in. Got pushed down, so a foul on Duluth. And Med City can set something up here as we reach the 14-minute mark of the first half. Still no score. So Lucas Hart with that left foot sends it in up high. Stays around. Oliver gets hit. They wanted a penalty kick there. No call. They said incidental contact on that one.
Med City FC is proud to offer youth club soccer players in Rochester and surrounding communities free season passes as part of our affiliate youth club sponsorship. Youth players who show their pass to the games will get in free all season long. A special thank you to Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine and Toyota for supporting this program. Player passes are available now, so be sure to ask your coach all about them.
16 and a half minutes gone here in the first half, and it's exactly what we expected so far. A tight matchup. Obviously no score, but both teams playing a little tight here, I would say, in terms of Duluth wanted to be very aggressive to start things off, and now things have evened out a little bit, but not a lot of chances being taken just yet by either squad as another offside gets called here.
Eat healthy on the go. Quick Trip makes it easy with fresh daily salads and sandwiches, healthy yogurts and cheeses, wonderful fruit cups, and an assortment of fresh fruits and vegetables. Fresh is the best, and Quick Trip is making it fresh for you.
Far side, it's Balsiger. Nice job of keeping that one in play. They wanted a handball there on his cross. No call. And now Med City tries to reverse field. Till Trippner keeps it over on the far side. Redmore, nice pass up ahead, but that's going to be offsides. A little too nice. And so a goal kick upcoming here for Duluth. They send it far towards midfield here. Dylan Sumner on the far side tries to do something with it here. Now Tyler Oliver with it near midfield. His way to Lucas Hart. Med City with a little bit of space to work here. Hart crowded by three defenders. Great pass to Toby Millward, who sends that one just a bit too far. See what he was trying to do. He saw Azid Lambo streaking down the middle of the field. But that crossing pass got a little too far out in front. And that's essentially how these first 19 minutes have been for both squads. Anytime they get an opportunity, these passes just haven't quite been on the money to this point.
Ready to start your next adventure? Then visit Toyota.com or Rochester Toyota for all the dirt-loving, adrenaline-boosting, thrill-seeking companion Toyota trucks and SUVs. Whether the Toyota Tacoma, Tundra, 4Runner, or RAV, Toyota has a vehicle to help start any adventure. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, as we hit the 20-minute mark here, you see how hard Med City is having to work just to even find a scoring chance. This is about the fourth time that they've retreated back to A.J. Jarvis to get the offense set up. Duluth has been very stout defensively as Millward goes to Jack Hilton-Jones a little too far out in front. Hilton-Jones able to recover it, though, and he is being assaulted and is able to shrug that off. Now a chance here for the Mayhem. Far side, it's Balsiger trying to get it to Arrow Lambo, and again just a bit too far out in front. Right idea there from Balsiger. But it'll be a goal kick here for Duluth. Alejandro Radia now with it on the far side for Med City. Goes back to Jack Hilton-Jones, who scans the field. Just looking for some passing lanes here, and again they have to retreat back to Jarvis and hit the reset button. Trippner goes cross-field over to Oliver. Now Ballsiger again walking it in. Cleared away momentarily. Now Hilton-Jones looking for that far right corner. Is it too far for Lucas Hart? Yes, it is. Out of bounds. Goal kick on the way for Duluth.
Collider is a nonprofit here in Rochester that activates, connects, and empowers early-stage entrepreneurs with navigation, education, space, and storytelling. If you're considering starting a business, they are here to help. Reach them at hello@collider.mn.
So halfway through the first half here, we still have no score between Duluth and Med City, and really not a lot of scoring chances yet. Both teams have been very stingy defensively, as Duluth has it near midfield. As Liam Condon sends it ahead. Boy, the first time Duluth has been on this end of the field in a while, and there's a shot and a goal. Sidney Warden got behind his defender. Jarvis came up to challenge him, but Warden put it away and put Duluth on the board first with a 1-0 lead.
Scoring for Duluth FC, number 9, Sidney Warden.
So after it appeared as though Med City had figured some things out and started to poke some holes in that Duluth FC defense, Duluth got it to the Med City end of the field for the first time in about 10 minutes. A nice pass was made to Sidney Warden, who played it perfectly and got it past A.J. Jarvis to put Duluth on the board first. And you wonder, with the styles of play that we at least saw early, you know, that first goal ever so important. Early on, at least, it had the feel of a match that might be a 1-0 game. And so now for Med City, they got to continue playing their game here, but find some more chances when they're on the other side of the field.
Firebrick Bread Wood-Fired Pizza is a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Get our delicious pizza at local farmers markets and breweries this summer. If you're looking for something different for your next party, we cater private events and we'll bring our oven on a trailer right to your house. Look for our full-page ad in the game day program or go to firebrickbread.com for more information. Firebrick Bread Wood-Fired Pizza.
Josh Ballsiger with it on the far side for Med City. Passing ahead to Tyler Oliver. Oliver able to fight his way forward, and he gets taken down. And they do call a foul there on Duluth, so a set piece will be coming here for Med City from a pretty opportune spot. And Med City this year, in terms of their scoring chances, they've been very effective on these set pieces with Lucas Hart up top. He is joined up there by Toby Millward right now. See which one of them sends it in. My bet would be on Hart. Nope, it's Millward this time, and it gets through the goalkeeper's fingers, but goes over the top of the crossbar. And so a corner kick will be on the way here for Med City. So Alejandro Radia will send it in on the corner kick here for Med City. Sends it up front. Hilton Jones with the header, and a defender was there for Duluth. Might have been wide right. But regardless, Duluth able to survive that scare. Med City's best chances so far right there. And they're still waiting to get on the board here, trailing 1-0. 27.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Mazid Arolambo backs it out to Josh Balsiger. And that ball did go out of bounds. Duluth informing the officials as such. And so they will regain possession here.
Megawatt Video Game Party is Rochester's most exciting mobile birthday party and event expert. Our video game parties come right to you with the best games and consoles for up to 28 players at once. With full climate control and our own quiet generator, this party goes just about anywhere, anytime. For more info, visit our website at megawattgametrailer.com or call 507-320-3777.
Throw in on the way here for Duluth. It'll be Liam Condon putting it in. Looking for James Westfield, and again they go into that corner, nearly overthrew it. And now it's Warden getting taken down, and they are going to call a penalty on Med City. I think it's going to be a PK. He was enough in the box where Warden will have his chance now at a second goal opportunity. So a big spot here for A.J. Jarvis, trying to keep his squad within one. And Ayrton Redmore has to be walked away here, as Med City did not agree with that call, but things happening close. And I mean, the officials have been calling it tonight. Any sort of touch has really been whistled to this point. So far more whistles than we saw the last time Med City played here, and we had an ejection in that game, so that's telling you something. So here comes Warden on the penalty kick attempt, and he dekes out A.J. Jarvis and gets the goal, putting Duluth up 2-0.
Scoring for Duluth FC, number 9, Sydney Warden.
So Duluth FC with a 2-0 lead now over Med City. 2 goals from Sydney Warden, the first at the 24-minute mark, and a penalty kick goal at the 30-minute mark. We have seen Med City come back from a deficit like this earlier this season, They trailed 2-0 to, who was it, the Thunder? It was the Sioux Falls Thunder, because Stevenson Storm scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of action. And Med City battled all the way back for a 4-3 victory, their goal coming in extra time. And looking back at the schedule, what a huge win that was for Med City. But all the focus is on tonight. Like I said, these two teams likely battling it out for that number 2 spot. And Duluth already got the best of Med City earlier this week, so to get a sweep would be huge for them. Duluth also lost to Minneapolis City this season, as did Med City, but they dropped a game to the Sioux Falls Thunder. And so equal records here this evening. Both teams, actually Duluth is 4-2, Med City 5-2 in NPSL play. As Tammy ends up retreating. Still hasn't passed yet as Arrow Lambo comes in and takes it from him. Tammy takes a dive, no call. Now passed up ahead, Lucas Hart trying to stay on his feet here. Nearly gets taken down again, spins out of it, and stays alive on the far side. Up ahead to Toby Millward. And now Millward back to Hart, who's got to be exhausted after that sequence. Capra, near side, looking for a lane. Gives to Oliver. Oliver to Hart. Hart gets pushed over. And they call it. It was just outside the box. But it'll be a free kick, and Hart getting into the middle of things once again. If you recall, in the match against LC Aris, there was an ejection in that game, and kind of started with Lucas Hart there as well. Yeah, what are they doing here? They're setting up a corner kick. Oh, so Med City actually put the ball in play there while the officials were still talking to him, and it went off a Duluth FC player. So now a corner kick. Thank you, Frank Moline, for helping me out with that, because that just looked weird. But it'll be Radia from the near side. No, it won't be. It'll be Hart with the left foot towards the middle. It gets cleared. Hart will try to send it in again. Popped up too high by Redmore, and he's upset about it. That was a pretty nice pass there from Hart. And Trippner just didn't quite, Redmore didn't quite get up high enough to head that one into the net. So it remains 2-0 in favor of Duluth FC.
Minnesota Rush is a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Minnesota Rush Soccer is committed to providing an unparalleled soccer experience for all who have interest in the game of soccer. Minnesota Rush promotes the development of character, the electricity of competition, and the importance of pure enjoyment. We are committed to making soccer a pleasant, safe, and rewarding experience for everyone involved, regardless of age or ability. Find out more about Minnesota Rush by visiting our website at www.minnesotarush.com.
Jack Hilton-Jones dribbling towards the Neal side as Alvaro Capro loses control of it. Near side, we cross the 35-minute mark here in the match. Duluth with a 2-0 lead here over Med City. A throw ahead there by Duluth, just a ways too far, and now another player on the ground here, Liam Condon. I don't know if they'll need to get the chalk outline out eventually here for some of these guys, but be Duluth, far side, and that is offsides. Handball, rather. And so Med City will regain possession here, looking for some momentum before this first half comes to a close. Obviously, they'd like to cut this lead in half here. They can get something going in these next 9 minutes plus extra time. A.J. Jarvis is going to boot that one up ahead. Headed back, Capra keeps it in the zone. That one spun and kicked forward by Eric Watson. At least tempering things for Med City for the moment. And now Redmore getting chased by Watson. Able to maintain possession up ahead to Radia. Ballsiger looking for Arrow Lambo. Boy, everybody's been looking for Mazid so far, and they just haven't been able to get him those passes that have gotten him so many goals this season. And Duluth takes over once again.
Fuse Financial Planning, providing fee-only financial planning for Rochester's Gen X and Gen Y families. Contact them today to schedule your free consultation. Fuse Financial Planning.
So Duluth with the 2-0 lead, and Lucas Hart can't get away with that handball. He kicked it first, and it went to the back of his body, and it was clear as day for all the fans in attendance, but probably pretty tough to see for the officials out on the field. They do get it. And Caleb Tammy will send it in from a very opportune spot here as Coach Cassidy works on these officials. So here comes Tammy with the big left foot, bending it in and over the top of the net, being protected by A.J. Jarvis.
For all your insurance needs, contact Ted Smith Insurance. Auto, home, life, farm, or business, Ted Smith Insurance is here to help. Find better coverages at better prices with Ted Smith Insurance. For more info, find Ted on the web at www.twsagency.com.
So we're past the 39-minute mark here this first half. Med City just looking for something positive here before the end of the first half. Duluth with a 2-0 lead, and again, they're playing with house money after Wednesday night's win. As Capra pushes that one forward. Being chased here by James Westfield. And now back out, Lucas Hart with some room. And Hart getting pushed again. They do call it. And another little extra push there. That's going to be a yellow card on Dylan Sumner. Came over the top on Hart after he was already down.
Yellow card issued to Duluth FC, number 19, Dylan Sumner.
Well, and perhaps this will provide a bit of a spark here for Med City FC, as that shot was totally unwarranted there. As Hart sends it in with the left foot. Good air under that one, but a nice play by Brendan Dolly. come up and catch it, and once again, the Med City threat comes up empty. Everything going Duluth's way here in this first half, as Dolly sends that one towards midfield. You wonder if Lucas Hart is going to try to pester Dylan Sumner after that yellow card. He kind of got right up onto him there at midfield. Obviously, that would help the cause here for Med City. If they could play with a man advantage in this second half. As that one cleared, stays in bounds, bends in, and are you kidding me? Here's another opportunity for Duluth, but a nice play by Till Trippner. Oh, that was looking dangerous, boys. Trippner made a nice play as a 2-on-1 was on the way, and now here we go again. Here comes Warden, shot, save, A.J. Jarvis. So Sidney Warden was looking for his hat trick, and Jarvis able to deny him that time, and so a couple nice plays here for Med City, but now they got to put something on the scoreboard here at the 42.5-minute mark of this match.
Get social with Med City FC at the game. Share what's happening tonight with your friends and family on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. And don't forget to hashtag Med City FC in 90 minutes of mayhem.
Shot and a goal. Look at that once again. It is 3-0 in favor of Duluth. And that was put in by Eric Watson. And just like that, again, it's a 3-0 lead for Duluth FC.
Scoring for Duluth FC, number 15, Eric Watson.
So at the 44-minute mark, it's Eric Watson putting Duluth up by a score of 3-0. As Millward sends that one ahead. Maybe one more chance here for Med City, and then the thought turns to just getting into the locker room and resetting the mind frame. As Balsiger has it far side. Passes over to Lucas Hart. Even if Med City could get a good chance here, that might help the mentality heading into the locker room at half. Nice pass there from Oliver, but missed by Radia. Now back towards midfield. Send that one up far ahead, and look who's there, chasing it down. Shot wide left by Caleb Tammy. The way things have been going for Duluth in this first half, I almost expected that one to find a way to bend inside that near post. A 3-0 lead here for Duluth FC. Nobody saw this coming here this evening. Big hole for Med City to fight out of as we hit stoppage time. And now Jack Hilton-Jones tries to pass it ahead. I wouldn't imagine we'd have a lot of stoppage time after this first half. We did have that yellow card and a few balls out of bounds, but maybe 2 minutes would be my best guess. Hilton Jones over to Capper. They're keeping it near side here as Hart gets taken down. And again, it's Sumner who's got that yellow card already. So he better watch what he says here. And I think that official just reminded him as well that he's got a yellow already. I think Lucas Hart would gladly take another shove to the ground in order to get a man advantage to help out the cause here leading into the second half as Radia comes in, had a seam, sent it forward to Oliver. He gets taken down and they call a handball on Oliver. It looked like he put his hand down to kind of keep himself up, and the ball might have hit it while he was down. And so it'll be Duluth possession. Radia up ahead to Balsiger, and Balsiger gets cut off. And that is going to put an end to this first half. Med City's in a hole. It's 3-0 in favor of Duluth. We'll take a 15-minute break. You're watching Med City FC.
Med City FC would like to give a special shout out to the amazing families who are hosting our players this season. Without their generosity and willingness to open their homes to the team, Med City FC wouldn't be where we are tonight. We also want to make another special mention of Med City FC goalkeeper Gal Elyashiv and his injury suffered last week in Sioux Falls. A reminder that the GoFundMe campaign is available to help raise funds to pay for the surgery. If you're able, we'd ask you to consider making a donation to Gal's surgery. Find out more info and a link to the GoFundMe page on the Med City Instagram and Facebook pages. Thank you.
Welcome back as we get ready to start this second half here between Med City and Duluth. It is a 3-0 lead for Duluth FC, and Med City has yet to come out of the locker room, it appears. They have a lot of work cut out for them here, down 3-0. It was a goal at the 24-minute mark by Sidney Warden that got things going for Duluth FC. Nice play by him off of a pretty good pass as well. They got him past the last Med City defender. He was able to make a move on A.J. Jarvis and then get it past him for the goal and the lead. Then a pretty close call inside the box led to a penalty kick for Warden, who put that in at the 30-minute mark. And then just before half, it was Eric Watson with a very tough shot and a goal to put Duluth up by a score of 3-0. Med City is out on the field now. So the clock is ready. We'll see if the Mayhem are ready here as well. They need to really get things kicked off quickly here if they want to stand a chance at avenging Wednesday night's loss. Again, this is a big matchup tonight as Duluth got the better of Med City FC on Wednesday evening, and they will be in sole possession of second place in the NPSL standings. Plus that 3 points tonight and 3 points Wednesday is a huge advantage as the rest of this season wears on. It does go quickly. There's only 5 matches left after tonight for Med City, and the road's a lot trickier if they drop this one here this evening.
Toyota is our proud sponsor of Med City again this season. Whether it's beautiful style, advanced technology, or superior safety features, Toyota has a vehicle that is right for you. Visit Toyota.com or stop by Rochester Toyota to see the super impressive Toyota lineup. Toyota, let's go places.
So Med City will start with possession now, going from right to left on your screen in the home blues. And they're hoping to have as much luck facing that goal as Duluth did in that first half. I think it's key here for the Mayhem to try and get on the scoreboard within the first 10 minutes of this half to really feel like they're still in this match, as Millward sends that one up ahead and it gets cut off by a Duluth defender. And now James Westfield up that left side. There was a yellow card issued in that first half to Dylan Sumner, who gets the pass there. And it's caught by A.J. Jarvis, who throws it right up the middle of the field. Kind of a dangerous pass, but Med City able to handle it. Ooh, nice give and go pass there. Balsiger from Radia. And now Westfield at the middle of the field. Up ahead, Sidney Warden, looking for his third goal of the match. Nice defensive play there by Trippner. to pry it from him. Back near midfield, it's Oliver over to Millward. Oliver, not just a player on this squad, but also an assistant coach. Saw him talking to Neil Cassidy there at the half as Arrow Lambo tried to cross that one. A little too far out in front of Oliver. And now Hart in deep and got too deep. Out of bounds, and a goal kick here for Duluth.
Orthodontic Health Center on North Broadway has been practicing for more than 25 years. Offering braces and Invisalign for both adults and children, Orthodontic Health Center offers free orthodontic consultations to assess your orthodontic needs. Dr. John Lawson has been a part of the soccer community for 25 years, and he's proud to be a sponsor of Med City FC. Call them at 507-282-6447 and schedule a free consultation today.
2.5 minutes gone here in this second half as Med City has it going towards midfield. Jack Hilton-Jones. Little give and go there with Toby Millward. And now Hart loses control of it. Duluth has just felt one step ahead almost all evening long, and Med City needs to turn those tides quickly. They're going to have enough time to come back in this match. Duluth sends it deep into Med City territory. Until Trippner will have all sorts of time to gather it. Send it across field to Ayrton Redmore. Redmore ahead to Hart. And you can really tell this Duluth defense is keying in on Lucas Hart here this evening. Every time the ball starts coming his way, there are two defenders there almost instantaneously. And that's the thing, when you have a lead like this, you're able to kind of change the tempo and style of play in the second half. Again, these teams just saw each other on Wednesday night, so things feel a bit different when you play the same team twice in 1 week. Arrow Lambo gives chase to Brendan Dolly just to see if he would make a quick mistake. He does not. He sends it forward. Now Balsiger ahead to Hilton Jones. Back to Redmore. And now Trippner up ahead, and it's cut off by Caleb Tammy. Tammy at midfield. Gets taken down. Or maybe just fell down and threw his arms up. We've seen a bit of that tonight as well. And Tammy sends it far ahead. Jarvis able to go up high and grab that one. As we hit the 50-minute mark here in this match, up ahead, Mazid Arrow Lambo with it. Med City's wanted to get him going tonight. They just haven't been able to get it his way. Now Oliver has some space to work with. Oliver with the shot, and it's deflected wide left. It was last touched by Duluth, so Med City will have a corner kick. But man, Tyler Oliver's hands hit his head immediately. He can't believe Dolly got enough of that one to deflect it away. So Duluth survives yet another scare here as Radia sends it in the corner. It's cleared away momentarily. Now Capra up high and out of bounds. No touch by Duluth. And now a substitution on the way for Duluth as well.
Substitution for Duluth, number 17, Keegan Chastity.
So Duluth takes out Dylan Sumner, who had that yellow card in the first half, and they put in Keegan Chastity. So no surprise there as Duluth protects this lead here. Med City will have a throw in on the far side. Tyler Oliver sends it in up towards midfield. Trippner walking it in, and Duluth doing a nice job again, just building walls and getting into those passing lanes. Ballsiger up the left side. Finds Toby Millward. Passes to Oliver. And Oliver goes down, and they do call a foul on Duluth. So, like we've said, it's been a pretty ticky-tack match, but at least they've been calling mostly everything all match long. So a pretty opportune free kick here coming for Med City at the 53-minute mark, and quite frankly, they need to find a way to get this in the back of the net. Toby Millward and Lucas Hart back lining it up. Two separate groups there for Duluth. It'll be Millward sending it in. Finds the shin of a Duluth player right away, but look at that! Toby Millward spins and finds the back of the net, and Med City has life.
Scoring for Med City FC, number 16, Toby Millward.
Med City needed it, and they got it. It's a 3-1 deficit now, but the crowd is back into this match. Toby Millward got the shot off the set piece. It was deflected immediately. It hit a Duluth player right in the shin, and almost like an onside kick that hits a guy so hard it comes back, and it's an easy play. Millward just was able to spin and put another shot on goal, and Brendan Dolly had no chance as that one went to the left of him, and Med City's back in this one. They need to stay aggressive. And that's always the thing when you get a lead 2 or 3 goals and you start to play a little too defensive too early, it can be hard to flip that switch back on to be aggressive like Duluth was through so many parts of that first half. Clearly the strategy here in this second half was to protect the lead, as it should be, up 3 goals. So we'll see how the Blue-Greens respond here. As Capra kicks that one out of bounds. Goes down in the corner here for Duluth. Looks like Warden has it. Sends it in, and it's caught by Jarvis. Directing traffic and just keeps it in close. Now Ballsiger up the left side. Scott Wilson giving chase and eventually taking it, and now they call the jersey tug on Ballsiger. So Duluth will take over possession here.
A special shout out to our player level sponsors, Francisco's Caribbean Kitchen and Fellowship of Christian Athletes, for their support of Med City FC. Substitution for Med City, number 12, Colton Prater.
So Colton Prater in for Lucas Hart. A frustrating evening for him comes to a close, and we'll see what Colton Prater can do as Duluth deep in the territory once again. Over the top is that shot by Eric Watson. He was looking for his second goal. Jarvis knows where those posts are and didn't make a stab at it as it landed harmlessly on top of the net. And Med City takes over here. Passing in their own zone an awful lot, though. Redmore has some room to work. And now gets it up ahead. Balsiger deflects it off a Duluth player and will pass it back in. Out of bounds again off Duluth as we hit the 58-minute mark here in this match. Med City trying to keep the foot on the gas here. Up ahead, Toby Millward. Back to Jack Hilton-Jones. And now Prater, fresh into the match, sends that one far on the right side, too far. He was looking for Oliver, and he overshot him. So Duluth will take over possession of the ball.
Jump Pros LLC is a locally owned company that has been servicing Rochester and the surrounding communities for 7 years. Because we are a full-service junk removal company, we have the manpower and proper equipment to come into your residence and carefully and safely remove any and all unwanted items. Junk Pros also specializes in demolition work, ranging from tile removal to garage teardowns. We also do snow removal for residential and commercial properties. Check out our Facebook page or give us a call and let us know how we can help you.
So Duluth with a quick threat there, but called off sides. As Balsiger throws it in. Gets it right back. Hilton-Jones back to Redmore. Instead, Jarvis will handle it. Pass far up ahead. Looks like Oliver is there. No, Oliver with it now. That was Capra on the far side with it. And Redmore pulls down. And that was Sidney Warden getting pulled down for Duluth. Walking gingerly in front of the official just so he knows how badly the abuse was taken, but no yellow card, nothing like that. Will be Duluth possession. The foul was called. Nice header there from Redmore to push Duluth back. And there's Redmore again. Quite possibly the tallest player on the team, Ayrton Redmore. And he knows how to use that height. As Dolly sends that one far towards midfield. Millward quickly wants a ball, as Med City has numbers in there saying he's too far ahead. So Ballsiger will send it in. And Duluth is now all retreated back to the defensive end. Millward passes to Arrow Lambo. Tries to send it up the middle, too much traffic. Dolly will handle it. Taking his sweet time. And sends a rocket towards midfield, but it's Jack Hilton Jones who's able to handle it. So Med City has had possession for much of this second half. That's about 17 minutes old. Radia looking for a seam, and Ballsiger going to be able to get there. Working from the corner. Crossing and headed away. Now Hilton Jones gives it a rip from deep. And that's over everything. So a goal kick on the way here for Duluth FC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pizza's here. If you're feeling hungry, head on down to the concession stands. Plenty of cold water as well to help keep you hydrated. Substitution for Duluth, number 22, Gabriel Kempora.
.5 minutes gone in this match. It's Duluth FC with a 3-1 lead. As Caleb Tammy sends that one forward. A.J. Jarvis picks it up. I think if you're Med City, the new goal, the first goal had to happen within the first 10 minutes of this second half. It did. Now I'm sure they'd like to see a goal, if they're going to have a comeback, before the 75-minute mark of this match. So they have some time to work with yet. And they've had some chances here as well. Nice pass up ahead to Josh Ballsiger, who finds Arrow Lambo. Nice header. Arrow Lambo towards the middle, overshoots Tyler Oliver. And Mazid Arrow Lambo has really been the focal point also of this Duluth defense. He gets swarmed anytime the ball comes anywhere near him. So this Duluth FC squad read their scouting report. They were keying in on Hart earlier, who's been replaced by Colton Prater. And Mazid Arrow Lambo hasn't had much space to work with yet this evening. Jack Hilton Jones with it near midfield. Up ahead, Josh Ballsiger, left side. Ballsiger shielding the ball well and gets taken down by Tammy. It'll be a free kick here for Toby Millward. Streaking ahead is Ballsiger to give a little more space. A lot of traffic, and the header goes over the top. It was Mazid Arrow Lambo in the area. I don't know if he's upset or if he's hurt. Looks like he might be shaken up. Couple Med City players there. Anytime they use the head like that, you just hope everybody's able to walk away without any sort of, well, things like what happened to Gal Elyashev in Sioux Falls last week. And, of course, our thoughts and prayers are with him. If you're watching the live stream, be sure to find his GoFundMe on the Facebook page or on the Med City Instagram to help pay for the surgery needed from his facial fractures in that concussion, and it was a brutal collision out in Sioux Falls last week. And our thoughts are with Gal Elyashiv, one of the goalkeepers of this Med City club. Toby Millward able to run that pass down, send it back towards the middle. Radia to Prater. Prater in the middle. Gets shoved down, no call. Jacob Daffern got away with one there, and now Duluth coming the other way. They've got some numbers. Med City trying to change that as they all retreat back. Warden with it in the middle. And a corner kick will be coming. Nice play there by James Westfield. Deflecting it off of Med City and out of bounds. It's a 3-1 lead for Duluth here. 67.5 minutes gone in this match. That corner kick threat. Not much of one, actually, for Duluth there. As Ballsiger sends it up the field, and another whistle here stops play momentarily. Was a foul called on Duluth, but nothing all that relevant as Med City had the possession anyway. And now Duluth coming back the other way. Jake Starling near side. Passes ahead to Gabriel Campora. So a corner coming for Duluth as that one. Ooh. And now a yellow card issued to Ayrton Redmore for disagreeing with that one. They were saying last touch by Med City, that's the reason for the corner kick. And now Redmore issued a yellow card for the discussion.
Yellow card issued to Med City, number 4, Ayrton Redmore.
Well, the corner kick from Duluth misses everything. And so, despite the controversy, no harm there for Med City. And they work quickly the other way as we hit the 70-minute mark. Radia being doubled up. They got a reverse. Ooh, dangerous pass over to Jarvis. And now Med City needs to go to work here. They have some numbers if they can get things together. Trippner up the right side. Had room. And then was cut off by Liam Condone. Now Trippner gets it back, and they call another foul on Med City. And that'll end the beginning of what was looking like a promising threat for the Mayhem.
Quick Trip stores sell only top-tier gasoline. Top-tier gasoline contains a higher level of cleaning detergent, which improves engine performance. Using top-tier gasoline ensures a higher standard of gasoline for your car. It cleans your engine while you drive, helping your car run smoother, longer. Another fresh idea from Quick Trip.
Out of bounds, last touch by Duluth. And so Med City, now at about the 72-minute mark, in need of another opportunity here. Down by 2. They have outplayed Duluth here in this second half, but of course Duluth with that 3-0 lead after halftime, a much more conservative approach. Here, the goal for Med City in this second half was by Toby Millward. It was a nice play off the set piece. It was deflected off a defender from Duluth. Millward just corked up and ripped one again and found the back of the net. And so Med City now deep in Duluth territory once again. Looking for a big throw from Josh Balsiger. He's going to throw it all the way towards the net. The header goes wide left. And it's a corner, as that one was last touched by Duluth. And Radia just sends it in quickly. No big boot there. Now he does send it towards the middle, and Duluth able to clear it. So Duluth has been ready for just about anything Med City has thrown at them, especially in the form of these set pieces where they've had so much success all season long. Here comes Campora down the middle of the field, waving off defenders, able to maintain possession. And even though he didn't get a threat there, he did a very nice job of maintaining possession, which oftentimes is some of the best defense. Now a give and go for Duluth. It's Westfield, has a chance and a good save by A.J. Jarvis. Jarvis throws it quickly. Radia makes a move. He's got space. And Radia looking for Millward a little too far. And out of bounds, last touch by Duluth. Colton Prater up the middle. Finds Radia on the left side looking for a lane. Prater now with some space. Colton Prater up the middle. Nice pass. Toby Millward. And the foul is called on Duluth. So a set piece from almost an identical spot as where Med City got their one goal from Toby Millward. They were a little more centered on that one. But we'll see what Millward can do here. 3 Duluth players, nobody for Med City directly in front of Millward. We'll see how much movement happens here as Millward sends it right towards the middle. Prater puts a shot off and it hit the post. Oh, that was a nice play for Med City. They still have possession as Oliver with it on the right side. Oliver sends it towards the middle. Arrow Lambo with the header, and another header from Redmore, caught safely by Brendan Dolly. That was the one Med City needed as we cross the 75-minute mark. Again, if you're doing the math, you want to try to score about every 15 minutes if you're going to claw back from a 3-0 deficit. And so every second that ticks off this clock is a friend of Duluth. 2 great chances there for Med City, neither one able to find the back of the net. Shot off the post by Prater, and then Redmore's header. Dolly just happened to be standing in the perfect spot to be able to snag that. So it remains a 3-1 lead for Duluth. And you can feel some of the wind coming out of the sails of this crowd as well after that opportunity. Duluth sending it in. Gets tipped around. Narrow Lambo near side. Will maintain possession here as he was pushed from behind by Martin Griswold. And then Med City turns it over right away. It's Caleb Tammy with it at midfield. Jack Hilton-Jones trying to take it back. A lot of pushing and shoving between him and Tammy. Now on the far side, dribbling in is Oliver. He missed everybody, but he's able to recover the ball before it goes out of bounds, trying to back it out. And last touch by Duluth, so a corner kick coming up here for the Mayhem. Good hustle there by Tyler Oliver. And that corner deflected out right away as Radia goes flying. And Med City's going to have a substitution here. And a foul on Duluth was called, so a set piece coming up here for Med City.
Substitution for Med City, number 26, Lance Palmer.
.78 minutes gone in this match. Med City needs something here as Colton Prater chips one forward. A lot of traffic. It gets headed, but wide right. And now Brendan Dolly is down for Duluth. It was Arrow Lambo getting a header on it and just popped it a little too high and to the right. And Dolly writhing in pain on the ground here. Will be a Med City corner kick as Dolly shakes off the cobwebs, and Med City sends it right towards the middle once again. All that traffic, that one is cleared away. But boy, it looked like that defender was standing in the goal. It got past Brendan Dolly. There was a defender for Duluth that headed it away. He didn't use his hands, and now here comes Duluth, and they're going to score. Are you kidding me with that sequence? Duluth takes a 4-1 lead on Med City. And that might do it.
Scoring for Duluth, number 17, Keegan Chasty.
So a goal for Duluth after Med City looked like they were going to cut it to 1. A good defensive play, at least as it's called, as Brendan Dolly had the ball sail behind him on a header off a corner kick, and there was a defender for Duluth standing in the goal, but the full ball does need to cross that line, and it's tough to say that that's what happened. despite the player standing in the goal area for Duluth. And then with all of Med City's players crowded up in that area, it was Duluth able to get the odd man rush and get the goal from Keegan Chastity. So suddenly, what was such a hopeful comeback attempt now is in dire straits. 82 minutes gone in this match. It's a 4-1 lead for Duluth as they pass back to Jarvis again, and he boots that one forward. And you can see the body language of Med City has totally changed since that last goal. It's one thing to get scored on, it's another to get scored on like that.
Nebraska Orthodontics is proud to support Med City FC. Just as the Mayhem strive to bring you the highest quality of soccer entertainment, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality of orthodontic care in a friendly, family-oriented, and professional, yet comfortable environment. We utilize the latest technology advances in the industry, and our philosophy is to create beautiful smiles for children and adults that will last a lifetime. Discover more about Nebraska Orthodontics by visiting our website or schedule an appointment at 507-288-8844.
Josh Balsiger on the left side, working against two defenders, backs it out to Alejandro Radia. Radia sends one up high, and at this point, I mean, aggregate does matter on the season, so Med City wants to try and add another goal regardless here. But obviously the 6 points that Duluth has taken from Med City this week is going to do some damage to those playoff hopes. So now the scoreboard watching begins as we watch Duluth the rest of the year. Minneapolis City still undefeated, still ranked #1 in the country, and still on the schedule for a second time for Med City. That is the season finale for the Mayhem, so they will have to take care of business leading up to that and hope for a little help along the way. Duluth has 2 losses this year, Med City 2 as well, but looking like it's going to be a third.
Substitution for Med City, number 22, Andres Garcia. We still have some pizza for sale down by the merchandise tent, and right now we're running a special. If you want a whole pizza, a large pizza, it's only $10. Have a pizza party tonight on Med City FC.
Just about 87 minutes gone in this match here. Med City trailing 4-1. Hallberg up ahead to Balsiger. And it goes a little too far. Now Balsiger down and clutching his calf. Tries to get up and walk it off as Colton Prater gets ready to send in this corner kick. These have been eventful this second half. See what happens here as that one is grabbed safely by Dolly. It was pretty close to the line, but able to keep the ball out. Duluth up ahead. The ball has been on the Duluth side of the field for almost the entirety of this second half, other than a couple odd man rushes for the Blue-Greens. And now Prater called for the foul. And the celebrating has begun for Duluth FC with just a few minutes left in this match. They're starting to cramp up out there. Nice play there by Andres Garcia. And his fresh legs getting the deflection. And Med City right now just trying to get another goal on the board to help the season aggregate. They will fall to 5-3 on the season. Nice pass. Garcia to Trippner. Now Garcia looking middle. Arrow Lambo was there, but story of the night, they've tried to feed Mazid Arrow Lambo, and rightfully so. He's one of their best attackers. They just haven't been able to get the ball to him with any space. So a frustrating night for him. And now Radia sending it in from distance. A lot of traffic there. Headed away by Duluth. Prater chasing it down. And he gets called for a foul. As we hit stoppage time here in this match. Our scoreboard operator, Frank Moline, pointing out that 3-goal leads seem to lead to a lot of cramping issues out on the field. And happens to the best of us, I suppose. As Brendan Dolly gets ready to send this one in. Back towards midfield. Near side, James Westfield. He's had some good plays this evening. And Westfield dribbles that one almost all the way out of bounds. That he does. Last touch by Duluth. Millward over to Redmore, who walks it up towards midfield. Again, I wouldn't expect a lot of stoppage time here, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Arrow Lambo back to Prater. Now up ahead, Sydney Warden on the right side. Warden, of course, scoring the first 2 goals in this match. And now content to just dribble over there in the corner. Duluth with it over in the corner, trying to run this clock out on a 4-1 lead. All that's left to settle now is the final score. And of course, these two teams have always had a bit of a rivalry, as Westfield just bounced that one off Radia out of bounds. And A.J. Jarvis lines it up. That one deflected out of bounds, and so the fans at least get to touch the game ball for a moment. Radia dribbling forward. Ballsiger left side. And the final whistle sounds. And Duluth is going to have a fun bus ride home. They take 2 matches in a row from their rival Med City. The final score here this evening is 4-1.
Thanks so much for coming out tonight to support our local Med City FC Mayhem. Be sure to join us for our next home game on Friday, June 25th, when we welcome Dakota Fusion FC to Rochester. Gates open at 6 p.m. and kickoff is at 6:45. Hope to see you then for 90 more minutes of mayhem.
So again, your final score here this evening, Duluth 4, Med City 1. The Mayhem fall to a record of 5-3 on the season and have their work cut out for them as they try to secure a top 2 spot in the NPSL. Duluth improves to 5-2 on the season and are in the driver's seat, getting 6 points off of Med City this week. Thanks so much for joining us for the live stream this evening. Our next home match is next Friday against the Dakota Fusion. We'll hope to see you then. Have a great evening.